Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Jeffrey Lazarus, and you are watching Mining for Gems on the Gaming Vector. This is a show where we dig through the Xbox Live indie games catalog once a week in an effort to find the indie game gems on Xbox Live. On this week's episode, we're taking a look at Gateways by Smudged Cat Games. This is a, I believe, $3 or $3.50 Xbox Live indie game. I have yet to play it. These are my first impressions, so let's go ahead and press start and take a look at what looks like it could very well be a fairly trippy game. Let's go ahead and do new game, and let's take a look at the controls real quick. Move, interact, and jump. So basic control scheme. Individual volume sliders for sound and music. That's always a good thing. While we're here, we can go ahead and take a look at what else Smudged Cat has made, which was The Adventures of Shuggy, which was a rather interesting level-rotating puzzle platformer. I did play the demo for that. I'd never actually played the full game, but it was a rather interestingly designed game. So let's see what they've managed to do this time. So it would appear something about gateway guns. Perhaps this is some sort of Portal-style game. Let's get moving along here. So, obviously, left to move around, A to jump. Hold A to jump higher. So, it looks first off as if this is going to be a side-scrolling platformer. And, well, I was going to say it controls pretty well, but I don't know if that was the controls or me just failing hard. Broken test tubes acting as spikes. Makes sense for a science lab. Can I wall jump? Nope, sure can't. Alright, well, what do we have over here? Escaped experiments. Jump on their head and to destroy them. Oh. So here we have a little bit of Mario-style platforming where we have to actually jump on the enemies. Whoop. Oh, come on there, fella. Let's do this. Alright. Grabbing some more of these power orbs. If you get hit, then you will lose a life. Run out of lives, game is over. Pretty basic stuff. Oh! Landed on the broken test tubes. Now this is a tad bit of a problem because I can't actually see all that far below me. For 10-hour power orbs, you can activate the machine by pressing X. Okay, so you can use these to solve the puzzles for you, essentially. But I don't actually want to do that. I'd rather figure this out on my own. So, it's a puzzle platformer. This should be good. If you've seen the previous video, you'll know I'm not really all that fantastic with puzzle games. But, let's see. Does this go anywhere interesting? This also looks like it... Well, what? Is this solvable? Interesting. Oh! Okay, so we have enemies now in this area that are next to recharging stations, and I'll have to get something to help me actually destroy those. So here we have found our first power-up. So not only is it a puzzle platformer, it's also Metroidvania. Fire one gateway, then another. You can walk through one gateway and come out the other. Can only put them on concrete walls, not metal. So yeah. Let's see what happens if I do this. So the enemy doesn't go through it, but I can go through it portal style. You can also... And I'm going to guess that I can't actually get through there yet. I'm assuming I'll need some sort of power-up that will actually allow me to put a portal on those walls or possibly shrink the character or something of that nature. Now, whoop. I'm sure that it said how to close all the portals, but I honestly didn't read it. Whoa. Let's just... jeez. So as you can see, you fire the portals with left and right trigger, and there we go. We use it to get across that gap of spikes. And this should actually help us through the doorway up here at the top. So yeah, if you've played Portal, this should be immediately familiar. If a tad disorienting at times. Let's just put it directly under me, see where I end up. There we are. Whoa! Oh, and it looks like this guy's going to actually take more than one hit to take out. So, looks like the enemies will get progressively tougher. So, as best I can tell, this is basically... Aim the gun up. Oh, you can't actually aim it straight up? Well, you kind of can. This is basically Metroid, or Metroidvania, if that's what you prefer to call it, mixed with a portal gun, which is kind of an interesting concept, because it adds some more puzzle dynamics than you get in a typical Metroidvania-style game. Because usually you just have, like, getting a particular type of missile to open a certain door, so on and so forth. So I can't actually get through that door with that. That's rather interesting. So, just for curiosity, let's see what the help point does and see how much it actually pushes you towards solving the puzzle. You need to find something else to finish this puzzle. Okay. So you can spend some of those power orbs if you so desire, and it will actually let you know that, hey, you don't have the right equipment yet, so on and so forth. That's actually really handy, because that's something I would have liked in those older style Metroid games and whatnot, is actually hints. Yep, same type of thing there. Actual hints that tell you, oh wow, I'm taking a lot of damage. That, hey, you're going to need another item. You can't possibly get through here yet. Now, granted, in those old games, there are such things as sequence breaking, and I just killed myself, but at least we can see the game over screen. Or we can just get pushed back to the last save point / help point. I'm okay with that as well. Continuously jumping into the same enemy over and over, because that's an exceptionally helpful thing to do. At least there's no fall damage. Jeez. Oh, there is also a map screen. Whoa. Hello. Puzzle unsolvable, puzzle solved, puzzle solvable. So as you use those help points, they'll also mark whether or not you can solve the puzzle on your map. You also see your save points, next objective, which is over there. So yeah, I was trying to go completely the wrong direction. Well, nice of it to finally tell me about the map a little bit late in my taste, but, you know. Oh, and this is basically the, oh, what did they call them in Portal? The Emancipation Grid. Yeah, the Emancipation Grid from Portal. Oh, and there we have our good old lasers. At least these don't actually kill you, though. And he says he feels like he's trapped like a lab rat. Alright, so this should be fairly obvious. There we are. Oh, and a Pink Floyd poster in the background. Whoop. Oh, shoot. It shouldn't be that difficult, actually, game. I don't know why you think it would be. Oh, okay, that didn't actually work. Well, my bad for questioning the game. Oh, and into the robot. That's not the controls being bad, that's just me being bad at the controls. I just wanted to make sure that that wasn't a, somebody would... I didn't want anyone to think that it was an issue with the controls causing me to die there. No, that was just me playing terribly. The controls are actually pretty solid, in all honesty. So let's take a look at the map. Yeah, our next objective is down below us. If a door has a blue side, then the laser can pass through it from that direction. Interesting. So they are continuously throwing more and more mechanics in here. Now, the question is, whoop, will it actually hold up over time, throwing more and more mechanics? Okay, and that door will actually stay open, so we don't have to... Oh, it's timed, I think. It's also possible that... Oh, jeez. Yeah, it looks like it's timed to switch, so... You know what would actually make this easier? If I was a smart person, I would probably put a portal down here. I'm sorry, a gateway, not a portal. Even though this game very much takes from Portal. Oh, there we are. And then just head through that direction. And much the same here. So yeah, this is very, very reminiscent of Portal mixed with... It's Portal mixed with Metroid. That's the best way I can explain it. It controls pretty well. It's an interesting game. It's pretty fun. And hey, it's like $3.50, I believe. That's assuming I was doing my math correctly. You know, Microsoft points, because we can't use something that is actual real currency on Xbox. So we're still down here. It looks like we need to head this direction. Now, I do wish that it was possible to actually send the enemies through the gateways. Now, I'm just going to continue to call them portals, because that's what they are. Let's be honest here. So let us see. What is... Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, and that opens the gate. There we are. So apparently there are more gateway guns. I wonder what the different ones do. I'm assuming they have different functionality of some type. And I'd like to get just a little bit further in and maybe find one of them before we end this video. But I do have to say, like, if you enjoy Metroid, you enjoy platformers, you enjoy puzzle games... Whoa. These panels are activated. Interesting. So if I Whoa. That went really far back there. So I wonder if I can... that was the wrong button. Let's try this. Let's put this down here. Now see, that's a little weird. I would assume that the light would actually come through since supposedly these panels are activated by light. Oh. Oh, it's one of these puzzles. Wow, did I just accidentally figure that out? Yeah, sure did. Okay, moving on. Whoop. Long distance laser. Interesting. So it doesn't look like I can go up that way. But anyway, the point I was trying to make is that for a $3.50 downloadable title, this is really quite good, I must say. I'm having a good time with it so far. Oh, can we get a perpetual fall going to end this video? That would be fantastic. Yes, there we are. Ah! Why you do this to me, game? There we go. Well, final verdict on Gateways. It's a pretty solid Metroidvania mixed with Portal style of game, and it's done by a company that's already got one pretty good platformer puzzle game under their belts. I'm going to stop doing that. It's making me sick. So I would actually recommend that you at least go and check out... I don't remember if the game actually has a demo available, but I would recommend going and checking out the demo just to see if it's something you'd be interested in. But in all honesty, I'm actually having a pretty good time with this. It does remind me a whole lot of Portal, which is definitely not a bad thing by any means. Can I... oh, wait. That was not a good idea. So with that said, I'm going to give this our stamp of approval. I would say that this is one of the undiscovered gems on Xbox Live Indie Games, and I think everyone should at least try it and check it out, because it actually is quite good. The controls are fairly good. The jumping feels a little floaty at times, but not too bad. And that may have been a design decision rather than a problem with the game. But yeah, I would definitely say this is one of the gems on the Indie Arcade. Now, as I said, this is a little more expensive than the typical Xbox Live Indie games, because being that this is a $3.50 game versus the typical, $1 downloadable title that you find on there. Oh, there we are. There's a perpetual loop. But yeah, pretty good game, and looks good as well. From that 8-bit art style look, I suppose. Looks pretty good, though. Plays well, and seems like it could be very, very interesting and very challenging in the long run. So with that said, I have been your host, Jeffrey Lazarus, and thank you for watching.